Hello, welcome to cruisereport.com Travel Tech Reviews. Today we're going to talk about Kodak's new Playsport Zx5 pocket video camera. Now, some of you may have seen our review of the ZX3, which was the first generation Playsport, but this is Kodak's newest second generation Playsport. And what makes the Playsport different than some of the other Kodak pocket digital video cameras is that this unit is waterproof. Now, another thing, down to 10 feet, so you can actually take this underwater to shoot video or photos. Now, what Kodak has added to this new Playsport ZX5, the second generation, is it is also dustproof and shockproof. So that is just even more rugged than the original. In fact, you're supposed to be able to drop it from up to 5 feet without damaging the camera. Now, I don't recommend that you try that. Let's take a quick walk around and take a look at the camera. This is what I call the front of the camera, where the lens is. It's a fairly wide angle lens. It's a little wider angle than what was on the ZX3. Right next to the lens is the microphone. We'll talk a little bit more about the microphone later. If we look on top of the camera, there's the power button. This turns the camera on or off. I think the power button is a little small. It is indented or recessed so that you don't accidentally turn it off. But it's small so that if you're wearing gloves, like riding a motorcycle or riding a snowmobile, it's kind of hard to turn on. But they did move it. The old power button was on the side. They've moved it to the top. On the right side of the camera is a little flip-out door. And behind there you'll find the SD memory card slot. We're using an 8 gigabyte class 4 card to shoot video and photos. And that's where you can put that. Okay, on the left side of the camera, you will see another door that opens up, and this is where you have your ports. You have a mini HDMI port, and you have a USB port. The USB port is used to charge the camera as well as to copy photos or videos to your computer. As soon as you plug this into your USB port on your computer, the power button will light up to show you that the camera is charging. You can also charge the camera using a AC USB adapter that comes with the camera. On the bottom of the camera, there's nothing but the standard threaded tripod mount. So you can mount this to a tripod. Now let's go to the back of the camera where the majority of the functions are. You'll see a small LCD screen at the very top, and below that you're going to find 5 buttons. They've added a new button on this model called a share button. The share button will allow you to share videos and photos directly to Flickr or Facebook, Twitter, some of your social networking and photo storage sites online. And it's a fairly simple process. You have a record mode button, which will toggle between shooting photos or video. You have a playback button for viewing the photos and videos that you have on the memory card. There's a trash can button, a little delete button, so if you need to delete any photos or videos, you can. And then you have your tools and setup menu. Over here you have what I call the mouse or the control button. In the center is your record start stop button, and then you have a left, right, up and down directional button that you can use for navigating through menus or for navigating through in the playback mode doing various functions. So let's talk a little bit about the performance of the camera, and let's take a look at the setup and how the camera actually works. Now the screen on this camera is an improvement over the ZX3, but it's not a dramatic improvement. It's still very difficult to see when you're in very bright sunlight outside. You almost just kind of have to aim this thing and start shooting because you can hardly see it in the bright sun. There is a glare shield option, and I've used it, and to be honest with you, I can't tell a huge difference with it on or off. Now, the first thing you do is you decide if you want to shoot video or if you want to shoot photos, and you do that with the record mode button. And pressing that will toggle between shooting photos or shooting video. And you'll notice as I press the button, the little icon on the top of the screen changes from a little miniature camera to a little miniature video camera or movie camera to let you know what mode you're in. Now, when you're in the video mode, there is a time remaining on the memory card. And as you continue to shoot video, obviously that number will get less. So it just lets you know how much time you have remaining. Now, to start shooting video is very simple. You just press the record button. And as soon as you press the record button, it will begin shooting video. To stop recording, you simply hit the button again, and now that clip has been saved to the memory card. You can view that clip by pressing the playback button, which is right underneath the record mode. Very simple. You know, one of the greatest things about this camera and its predecessor is it is so easy to use. It is very, very simple. Anybody can pick up this camcorder and begin shooting video. Now, let's say that you want to shoot photographs. You go back, press the record mode button until you see the little camera icon at the top. You simply locate something that you want to take a picture of and press the button. Now, the focus is automatic. It does not give you the ability to do any manual focus, and it also, you don't press the button halfway down to acquire focus. You just mash the button and it snaps the shot. Let's talk a little bit about performance. You know, I really liked the ZX3, the predecessor. It was a $129 retail camera, and it was a no-brainer. This camera is a little more expensive. It's $179. They've added the dustproof and shockproof. They've added a few other capabilities, but there's a caveat. The camera has a few things they left out, and performance-wise, it doesn't quite meet the standards of the ZX3 in a couple of areas. As far as video quality, it's virtually identical, and that's really what this camera is designed to do, is to shoot video. However, in the photo mode, shooting pictures, I cannot seem to get the pictures to come out as good with this camera as I could with the Playsport Zx3. For some reason, it's almost as if this camera is not focusing. Video quality, on the other hand, is pretty impressive for a camera this size. Now, there is a zoom capability with this. It has a digital zoom, a 4x digital zoom. However, another caveat, because it is a digital zoom and not an optical zoom, your video quality is really going to suffer when you zoom using this camera. And it does allow you to zoom in and out during video recording, but again, you will not get the good, crisp quality video or photos if you use the zoom capability. The other thing about the Zx5 that seems to have taken a step backward is the sound quality. Very unusual, since they've kind of redesigned the microphone. I was really hoping the sound quality would be as good or better than the ZX3, because the ZX3 had really pretty good sound for a little camcorder. But the sound quality of this new ZX5 is very noisy. And it still does not have a wind cut filter, so if you're taking shots outdoors, you're going to get a lot of wind noise with this model. Now, the other thing to be aware of with this camera is it has no flash, it has no LED, and it does not perform well in low light conditions. Bottom line, I think it's a great camera. I think for $179, it's a great value. I think that as a video camera, you know, inexpensive, great for traveling. You throw it in your pocket. If you drop it, it's not going to hurt it. If you take it underwater, it's great. It's just a good all-purpose camera. However, if you don't care about the shockproof or the dustproof capabilities, you might want to still look at the ZX3, the little brother to this, because you're going to get the same video quality. You're going to get better photo quality. This camera is good, but I still like the Playsport Zx3 better. So, hope you've enjoyed this, and check out our full review on cruisereport.com.